Hello. Today we're going to open some tiny little cars and look at them, and we're going to see if they make us happy and fill that hole that's inside of all of us. And the first tiny little car that we're going to look at, it's going to be this MiniGT because it's very brightly colored. It's the LB Works Lamborghini Aventador Limited Edition Infinite Motorsports. I mean, is it limited or is it infinite? I don't know. Maybe they don't know. It is true that there are things about ourselves that we think we know, but we don't. I have yet to open a Lamborghini that has really impressed me. Of course, I've only opened toy Lamborghinis. It's possible that the 1-to-1 size Lamborghini would impress me quite a lot if I opened it. Okay. This one doesn't have any Beatles lyrics on it. These lights are hard to decipher. Are they inserts with paint on them? Rubber side windows. Okay, so the yellow and then the yellow with the increasing stripes is cool. Like going from the back to the front, the yellow with the black stripes is cool, and then going into black. That could have been a cool looking paint job. The red kind of confuses things. It comes out of the black and then goes back into the yellow with the black. It's kind of all over the place. I'm not some kind of color scientist, but it looks, I don't know, ugly. It looks ugly to me. All in black would have been okay, but all in black is kind of a way to hide your car, I guess. And do they have anything worth not hiding? These intakes on the side are kind of cool. These are probably very, very fun to drive, and they're probably going to get you a lot of attention if you're driving a real one on the street. You'll probably get attention if you're driving this exact toy one on the street as well, but it's a different kind of attention that I would recommend against. But some people have to learn their own lessons. But it does absolutely nothing for me. It's, I don't know, the opposite of my idea of cool, and that's okay. If my idea of cool was the same as everybody else's idea of cool, that would be a shame for both them and for me. So, Lamborghini Limited Edition Infinite, not a winner. Not a winner, in my estimation. Shall we alternate Japanese and American? No, we can't, because the American company did a Japanese car. Oh well, we'll do another Japanese car. This one all in black, so hiding the car, I guess, is what I just said. It's the Black Bandit collection from Greenlight, where they take one of their, or some of their castings, and they do like an all black treatment, or a black with silver and light details. It's still street legal-ish, but it's a Datsun 510, so not an American car. Okay. The bodywork isn't particularly complicated, so there's not a lot to hide anyway. It says Black Bandit in black on black. Datsun there in silver. The front end looks quite nice. The lights are well done. I think it again says BB on the license plate, which is black. These little touches of silver on the shoulders here are quite nice. They've got a little dot on the gas door, the little gas door, and they've got a little keyhole underneath the door handles, which I think is great. It's black on the inside. No point looking for details in there. BB on the license plate back here as well, and inserted taillights, which are nice. Yeah. I can't really see what that says. Oh, 510. Datsun 510. Guess I've not seen the 510 badge before. Okay, so they're rubber tires. I've had, they do them with rubber tires, and they do them with plastic tires. I know this because I had two that both had white walls, and they were both poorly done white walls. So with the rubber tires, I could just take them off and flip them, and wind up with oh, that's not it. Perfectly black tires, which is great. But with the one that had plastic tires, I had to try and use nail polish remover, and it came out really, really muddy. And I was really unhappy about that, because that was a cool version, I thought. But this is also a cool version. Yeah. Certainly it's not an offensive version. I mean, okay, sorry, I'm gonna pick you up again. This one, although it seems kind of silly with the flowers, it just feels like, I don't know, more interesting than the black on black version. Like, it's not as cool, like, okay, I'm cool, but this one's like, I'm out having a good time. I got personality. Also, the wheels are cooler. The chrome wheels. So, inoffensive. Not as cool as it thinks it is, but I mean, I did buy a car from a series called Black Bandit, so I knew exactly what kind of cool this car was going to think it was. Do they black out the inside? No. So I'm kind of criticizing it on doing exactly what it said it was going to do. I do like these silver bits on the shoulders. I think that that's a really nice touch. And I love that they don't like just black everything out. They keep them relatively street legal seeming with the lights and the badging and stuff. Yeah, a little more realistic. Okay. Also, I accidentally dropped the quality control number, and now it's gone. Okay, this is one of two vertexes that I've been waiting to open. The other one will have to wait a little bit longer, but this one is going to open today. This is from Global 64, which is Tarmac Works, who make Hobby 64. But Global 64 is their less high-end series, I guess. And I may have mentioned it before, but it actually has a lot of features that I appreciate more than in the Hobby 64. And that comes from them going for different markets, and I guess I'm part of one of the different markets. That was a deeply unpleasant sound. Okay, so this is an RX-7. Oh, with very cool wheels. A really, really busy livery, but it's all the same color, which is kind of interesting. I really like this high angled low spoiler. It's got kind of a spaceship look to it with the long rear window, and it's domed, the top part of the car, but the rear window is really long and glass. I mean, but all the windows are glass, but so Vertex must be a bodywork. They do that thing where it says the name, and then on the other side it says it backwards. That's backwards. Is literally everything backwards? Okay, Vertex. Sorry, please excuse my shaking hands. 5 hard. Okay, so that's backwards, that's backwards. So I think that the point of symmetry is not straight up the car, because immediately we start, well, like right here, these things aren't reflected at all. They just take up the whole middle of the car. So the middle of the car is not reflected. But right from the headlight, and then everything white along the side to the tail light. Oh, look, it went and proved me wrong. Okay, to the spoiler, is reflected. Still very cool. Yeah, I don't understand why they couldn't. All they needed to do was put one of those on the other side and they could reflect it. And it would have gone to the taillights, and that would have made it properly symmetrical. That's okay, going to the spoiler's okay. It's not a light though. It would have been a light to a light. Anyway, so Global 64, one of the things I like, they roll. Don't get caught up in the symmetry. And they roll nicely. I was going to say it's very small headlights, but these are the actual headlights, obviously. It's got like racing slicks for tires. And I guess it's got all these sponsors. It must be going out there to race. So I won't judge it for that. I love the symmetry. But the thing that makes me love the symmetry is also a little miffed that it doesn't continue to the taillight. That part of my brain, you know? Still, it is a very satisfying symmetry. Flipping the words like that. Prioritizing the symmetry over the readability of paying sponsors' names is very cool. Very cool. Also, it looks like there's some kind of arrow in the rear view mirrors. I mean, that's the coolest one so far. Now we'll do an American car. And this is from Johnny Lightning. And the series, so the series is Street Freaks. And they have minis. So Street Freaks has a bunch of sub-series in them. And this one is Spoilers 21. I have no idea what that means, but it's got a picture of a car with a number on it. This car has a number on it. I guess it's cars with numbers on them. So this one is one of the ones that comes with facts. The Ford Pinto was introduced in 1971. This is a Ford Pinto, by the way. This is a 1971 Ford Pinto, so welcome to the world. Happy birthday. The Pinto was designed to directly compete with other subcompacts like the Chevy Vega and the AMC Gremlin. Oh, I'd like to get a Gremlin. I think Hot Wheels used to do one. In any case, the colors here are Galaxy Gray with black stripes. And it looks like there's a sticker or some kind of information card. We'll find out what's on the back. So this was the 2001 release 3 of Street Freaks. Zingers, which are ridiculous cars with their ass up in the air. Like this. I don't know if you can see that, but it's idiotic. Although I can understand someone like, you know what, I spend a lot of time understanding other people liking things that I think is stupid, so I'll just skip that for now. So there's a zinger of a Silverado, a zinger of a Plymouth Roadrunner. Import heat is the 63 MG MGB. I haven't got a clue what the fuck that is. Demolition Derby is the custom Holland hearse. Blacked Out is a Willys pickup. And Spoilers is the 1971 Ford Pinto. We learned nothing from that. Spoilers. Number 6. Okay, that's the same thing. Wow, this one's heavy. Metal on metal. Oh, and I really like the why can't I really like the way that this tire looks, like the thick rubber on them. Yeah, this one needs a little bit of it needs a little bit of TLC, but there we go. The Ford Pinto, do the doors open? No. The hood doesn't need to open, obviously. RIP BWF. Do not know what that means. The front end is interesting. I mean, I would really like to have a casting of this car without this hot rodded look. Like everything else, the 58, the Galaxy Gray or whatever, the stripes, it all looks really good. The tires, I mean, I guess street tires, like tires of equal size would have maybe been good. I mean, not for this. I mean, these do go with this thing, but for my preferences, yeah, the taillights are good. I may seek out another one of their Pintos in a more daily driver type casting. Yeah. I mean, it's a great casting. They just got rid of the hood and put in this thing. And you can tell that this tire is not meant for this wheel well. the wheel wells are the same size. It just, yeah. It's a very cool car though. Like, cover up this engine sticking out, and I really like it, especially in this sparkly gray. Pinto. Okay, now from Tomica Premium, we have the Toyota Supra. And I wonder if I should get out the Auto World Supra to compare it, because I really liked the Auto World casting, but they messed up the headlights bad. Oh wow. That's really great. The tail lights are really great. The muffler coming out. The turn signals and the whatever those little lights down there are. Obviously the headlights are down. This is a newer Toyota Supra than the wait. Okay. No suspension. So it's a newer Supra than the Auto World one. Oh my goodness, my eyes are not very good. Maybe I can see it on this. $1996 Toyota Supra. And it's got lights like this, that Auto World, in the two castings that I've gotten so far, has not managed to get right. This one just fell right off. Part of that, these wheels are great, by the way, in the Auto World one. Part of that, of course, is everything about this casting is wonderful. But Auto World doesn't really, I mean, maybe they're starting to do it more, but they don't really do lensed lights. And it sucks that this casting is part of the growing pains of starting to do that correctly, because it's such a cool car. But this from Tomica Premium, and who've been doing, lensed lights for, a long time, gets that perfect, doesn't have to deal with this, and can just focus on making like a cool silhouette for a cool car. I'm a little disappointed there's no suspension. I don't know why it needs to be slightly bigger than 1/64th. It's possible that they can't do the doors in 1/64. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Again, this is a car that's all in black, but I mean, it's got a white interior. These details would also be colored in the Black Bandit series, but it's got white wheels. Not wheels. Yeah, wheels. The tires are black, but the wheels are white. Or the rims. I don't know what the difference is. It's a shame, because this was the white version of this. I quite like this green. But the white version of this also has headlight issues, but it was just so perfect that I have it on my shelf anyway. Everything else about it was, I don't know, awesome. Just, it's the same with this one. It's just an exciting new casting. And interesting to see Auto World, you know, doing more Japanese cars. Although, I mean, somebody has to do the American cars too, and I'm glad that Auto World is there for that because they do them very, very well. But you know, if I look at my collection, I mean, I think I started pretty into the MiniGT and then the N64 stuff, and so there's a lot of Japanese cars in my collection. Yeah, even when I started, Hot Wheels was, you know, the culture was very heavily into JDM stuff, so, you know, building out some square bodies from Auto World and stuff like that, and these really great Johnny Lightning vans. So cool. And these fire trucks, one's super raised and the other's super like slammed. That Impala. Anyway, I guess I'm not sure what my point is here. Tomica delivers a more perfect Supra here. But Auto World's really, I mean, if it just didn't fuck up the lights, they'd be way ahead of this. They'd be more, I don't know. It'd be more about the car. And I like that this is more about the toy. I do. You know, rolls really well. This one rolls okay. But I like Tomica Premium's focus on the toy being played with and, you know, still being cool. But when you do want something that's a little more something to look at and something to be excited about, yeah, Tomica Limited Vintage or your Auto World, you know, or your N64 are the cars that you turn to, I guess. And it's Auto World and Tomica Limited Vintage who do the most, like, we do a really cool version of like the most boring car you can think of. Like, we just take it and we care about the details and we, you know, we make it look as exciting as we think it is. And that's cool. I find that to be having somebody else really, really care about something and try and show you why they really care about it is A, very charming. It's charming right off the bat. And B, it can sometimes make me care more about the thing. Certainly it makes me respect the thing more, or respect the people who care about it more. I don't know. But, okay, so that's the Supra. I'm gonna put the Auto World away. Tomica Premium Supra, good. Johnny Lightning, what is it called? Spoilers? Pinto? I mean, this is like those ones with the huge wheels in the back from the picture. I can't remember what those are called now. Zingers? Just not my thing, having the giant engine out the front. But it's a really cool car that I was not very familiar with. And now I want to get some. So that's what came out of that. This one I found very satisfying, the Symmetry. I'm less bothered now that I've had time to think about it by the Symmetry not going all the way to the back lights and only going to the spoiler, the bumper, the spoiler, I guess. It goes to the edge of the light. If they hadn't made this one go underneath the light, like if they had made this one just go to the edge of the light, that would have been fine. Because, you know, this one's right above the light, so this would have been the edge of the light, and that's where the Symmetry ends, and it would have been fine. I'm sorry. Datsun 510, Black Bandit. I should probably stop seeking out these Datsuns. Yeah, it's not really all that interesting to me. There's nothing bad about it, and I could see someone thinking it's really cool. I am not that someone. The same can be said for the MiniGT limited infinity car. Someone else probably thinks that's cool somewhere, and that's cool. That's very cool. They've got it on their shelf and they love to look at it, and that's cool. It's going in a drawer at my house until I can figure out what I'm going to do with cars that I don't think are cool. Maybe trade them. I hope that you are having a very good night or day.